I traded my Ruger 45, which was a very good gun. I liked it a lot, for a Smith & Wesson M&P 45. Now, this particular one, actually I had to go through a lot, because as you can tell right here, there is no safety on either side. I did a lot of research to figure out whether or not I wanted to trust that or not. But come to find out, this has become the standard for both military and police. I have tested without rounds in it, but with it cocked, the firing pin does not drop at all. I've thrown it, I've kicked it, I've dropped it, and it's just rock solid. It is kind of heavy, but at the same time, it's not exactly a small gun. This is my EDC. Just beautiful. Love it. Fired well over 1,000 rounds through it so far, and it has yet to fail me. No misfires, no jams. Unfortunately, I have not cleaned it. I have not been that good at that side of it. I just basically keep forgetting about it, even though I do clean these. So let me show you real quick though, that these right here, hold on one second. Alright, just to show everyone, this is my AR-15 that I have built. As you can tell right there, slide is back, no rounds in the chamber, gun is safety checked. As you can tell right there, I don't know if you can see too well, the gun is on. The gun is on. Come on. It is on safe, I promise. But this is also, it's a Smith & Wesson M&P lower. The aluminum version. The upper, as you can tell right there, it is a, let me see if I can get this to focus in. It is a Daniel Defense. Omega X 9.0. Hopefully you can see it right there. The American flag, Daniel Defense. Love this upper. Very nice. It comes with the Daniel Defense rear sight, fixed iron front sight. Now one thing you'll tell that's different on this one compared to most ARs is the handle. I went for the more pistol grip. It feels a lot better in my hand. I shoot great with it. Of course, you can tell I have the CMMG collapsible buttstock. In case anyone's wondering about this one right here, this is not an AR. This right here is a Colt M4 carbine 22 LR. Basically, this is my kid's gun. Both my kids, they share this gun. I made it. I actually bought it just for them because they were too afraid to shoot my AR. My 45, I can never get them to shoot more than 1 or 2 rounds out. And over there is my hunting case, which has my 30-06 Savage in it. So I went ahead and bought them this. And as you can tell from some other videos, they love it. They actually never do get tired of actually shooting rounds through this thing, which is good. You know, make it fun for the kids, teach them good safety rules. And as you can tell inside this one, it is also empty. But yeah, they love this rifle a lot. I do plan on actually getting a second version of one of these, but customizing it with either pink or purple or some kind of girly stuff. Basically, I'm gonna let my daughter design it, and I'm gonna get her one special, and this one will become just my son's. But if there's any questions, go ahead and feel free to leave any comments, chats. Oh, yeah, let me tell you a little bit more about my AR. Now, when I built my AR, I actually built it in the 5.56 by 45 caliber NATO round. Now, I do realize what a lot of you are going to say. Oh, why didn't you just build it in the 223? That's, the upper is much cheaper. Yes, you're right. The 223 upper is cheaper by, 2 to 300, depending on which brand. Sometimes up to $500 cheaper. They can cost half as much. But if the blank were to ever hit the fan, and you had to use this as personal defense in a possible, anything, and you're starting to run out of rounds, this one can safely shoot both the 223 and the 5.56 NATO because of the fact that the 5.56 NATO rounds they actually create higher pressures in the chamber. So because this is built for that, it can safely shoot the 223, which produces lower pressures. Now, I had a friend who actually, used to argue with me about that a lot. Say, no, 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 no. The 223 and the 5.56 are exactly the same, and that I was stupid for building this upper or buying this upper in the 5.56. And so one day he wanted to prove me wrong, and for the first 60 rounds he did. He put two 30-round clips of 5.56 through his 223 upper. And you know what? For a second there, I was like, oh man, maybe I was wrong. Maybe what I learned in the Army or, was wrong. Everything I read on it was wrong. And what do you know? Third magazine he put in, first round out, completely blew out his chamber. Put the firing pin, bent it in half, blew this completely off to the side. Luckily enough, he's a right-handed shooter, so this was away from his face when it happened. And basically the only damage done was to the gun and to his pride. After everything was said and done, and I knew he was completely okay and was basically just pissed off at himself and for the rifle failing, I said, see, told you so. So, people, before you go building anything, always do your research. And as a rule of thumb that I have learned from both the military, living down, being born and raised a Texan down south, basically being a do-it-yourselfer, if you're going to build anything, build it to the best. You don't have to spend a god-awful amount of money. I could have got another different upper for a 5.56 that cost almost twice as much as this. But Daniel Defense is a good brand, a good company. I've done a lot of research on them. Basically, I didn't see the need to spend double the money for the same chamber when I could get it in this. I love the rifle. I do plan on eventually getting another upper for this for shotgun shells. So all I gotta do is change them out when I want to go duck hunting or whatnot, and then I can just change it out. And by law, just get a smaller magazine that only holds 3 shells. And then I can use this, by law, here in Idaho, to go duck hunting. So then now I've got 2 rifles, in one package. And eventually I may even just get a 308 upper and a 22-inch barrel and completely replace my 30-06. I wish they made a lower that would actually fit a 30-06. But until then, I'm just going to probably stick with my 5.56 and maybe just the 12 gauge upper. Of course, then again, you've also got the 50 Beowulf. That one's a gorgeous rifle. So yeah, feel free to comment, rate, subscribe. Any questions, ask. Any comments, leave them. Good or bad, that's your choice. You're an American. That is your God-given right. So yeah, just let me know what you think. Alright, bye.